Now live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri, it's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Good morning, friends, and welcome to Wake Up with Greg. I am your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center. It's Friday. We finally made it to the weekend, and we're just ready to roll today. We got all kinds of fun stuff. Today is Flute Your Flute Friday. I just make these things up as I go along. You never know what it's going to be. So I've got some really cool flutes to show you today, but for those of you new to the show or have never seen this before, my name is Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center, and I'm here every weekday morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Time to share the internet's coolest instruments with you. These are instruments that are available for you to purchase on our website at palinmusic.com or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006 or by checking out our Reverb page on reverb.com. So we've got all kinds of fun stuff there as well. I'm here to show you some cool instruments, and then, I'm just here to have fun with you guys. I have music that I share and films that I share and just other kinds of weird, quirky stuff, just whatever I happen to be interested in that day. Things about me you might be interested in. So let's just have some fun with it and make it a fun Flute Your Flute Friday. And so that's what we're going to do today. So here's what I need to do from you. First of all, we've got the live stream chat going on. This show is a heck of a lot more fun when you guys participate by the chat. I can interact with you, and we can talk about the flutes, or we can talk about the music, or we can talk about anything. Just I ask on the chat, you keep it appropriate and family friendly. And I'm trying not to sneeze here. My nose is tickling. Okay. Hold up. Here we go. Let's do the chat. Let's keep it appropriate and clean and fun. And while you're there, tell me where you're watching from. If you're watching from somewhere else in the world other than Springfield, Missouri, even if you're in Springfield, Missouri with me, you can let us know. So Max is blessing me already. I didn't sneeze yet, brother, but thank you. A preemptive blessing. I'll take it. So that's what we've got going on. Here's what I need you guys to do for me. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're in the 1410s now, so cruising on towards 1500. I hope we can make it by my 100th episode, which is coming up. Today is episode 89. I think 89 today. So yeah, we jump into the 90s on Monday. Ari is here watching from Greece. Fantastic. Good morning and welcome to the show. I was going to stop, but I haven't stopped yet, so we'll see. Anyway. Hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. Share this with all your friends, family, and relatives out there to spread the word about all the fun stuff we're doing here. Uncle Ken is here. Good morning, brother. Love you. Thank you. The shirt is good. I like the shirt. We'll talk about that in a minute. What else? Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the bell so you can get notified of all the stuff coming up. So that's what we got. I think that's all the stuff. So, we can just jump into this party and get it started. But before we do that, let's say good morning to Jordan. Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning, Greg.
How are you this fine Friday morning?
I'm doing well. Ready for the weekend.
Ready for the weekend. We had an amazing Taylor guitar event here last night, right?
Yeah, we did. It was fun.
Big turnout, lots of cool guitars. So if you were here, I hope you enjoyed it. We do these things periodically in all of our stores. So a lot of fun. Always something interesting going on around here at Old Palin Music. All right, Mike is here. I'm looking extremely huggable today. Well, hey, my nickname is Hugger Man, so
really?
I do like a good hug. So I will, share a hug with anybody who wants one. So come on by and get a hug from old Gregory. All right.
Free hug with every horn.
Free hug with every horn. Jordan's laid it out there. Come on. Buy a horn, get a free hug from Uncle Greg. All right. That's what we got going on today. I think we're just going to jump into some horns. But before we do that.
Man, you're stealing my transitions.
Stealing Jordan's transitions. I'll stop talking now and let Jordan take over the show. Take it away.
Before we do that, Why don't you tell us about your shirt and watch today?
Shirt and watch today. I've been wearing this watch a lot because I really like it. And this shirt, forgive me because I don't remember the brand name on it. I was supposed to look this morning and forgot. I was in a little bit of a rush. But I found this shirt at a resale shop for like $6. But check it out, man. For $6, can't beat that. Got all kinds of like firework flowers on it. I don't think they're birds of paradise. They don't really look like birds of paradise, but they're fun nonetheless. So yeah, it's a comfy shirt. $6, can't beat it. And then the watch. This is my John Gage watch that he gave me that I got a new strap for and got it all tuned up. And this is the Citizen Echo Drive World Timer Atomic Radio Controlled watch. And it is cool. I love it. It's a chronograph. It's got all the bells and whistles, stopwatches and timers, and a power reserve indicator, and all kinds of things. I can't even tell you all the stuff that's in there. Love that. $6 is a steal. Yes, indeed it is. All right, so that's the shirt. I think, I can't remember the name of the shirt. Is there a tag I can find? Maybe there's a tag. No tags. I don't know. Anyway, it's fun. There it is. Let's dig into some flutes, shall we? First item up for bids, we've got a Selmer professional flute. Right here, this is the Selmer SFL for Selmer flute. It's the 601 series. 611 BO. So the BO, of course, for the B foot and the open holes. We'll go through all the specs on these because, if I don't tell you about them, you're not really going to be able to tell the difference between all these flutes just looking at them. But what do we have here? We have a sterling silver hand-cut head joint. I believe these are U.S. made. I would like to say that they are. I hope that's accurate. It might not be accurate. You never know with Conn-Selmer what they're doing these days. But they've got the biggest factories here in the U.S., so they should be making them in the U.S. But anyway, all right. Hand-cut solid silver head joint. We have silver body and foot joint on this. We have the extended B foot. This is an offset G key arrangement. You can see the little step down there in the G key. We have the C-sharp trill. We have the gizmo key. We have the open holes with the French pointed key arms. The really high quality pads, what they call the fish skin pads on these. And yeah, so I think that's all of the specific bells and whistles. Remember, with the open hole, you get a little bit better intonation. You get a more versatile flute. It helps you with the different fingering options that you have. The B foot, of course, extends the range of the flute, makes it a much more versatile instrument. John is better and should be going home today. Great to hear, John. I hope you're out there and getting better, my friend. Gizmo key, yeah, Max, the gizmo key. That's this little bitty guy down there on the foot joint. It's kind of an auxiliary trill key, sturdy enough to take. Could make a good walking stick out of that flute. Well, they're not long enough really, unless you're really short, and you got to stack 2 or 3 of them together. But flutes are for playing music, not for making walking sticks out of them. Anyway, but that is the Selmer SFL 611 BO, and I've got a couple of these in stock, and I've got them on special on the website. Special price. Normally these are what, $3,200? Let's try it again. $3,200. I've got them blowing out at just under $2,000. So give me a call, 417-882-7006, or hit the website, palinmusic.com, or check out our Reverb page, because I think it's on all 3 of those places. And as with all of these flutes, they come with a nice French style case. This one's got a black interior, plush interior, and then of course they come with the carrying bag that puts the case in it, nice fleece lined with the Selmer logo there. Flutes get some really cool stuff, so that's the Selmer. Come and check it out on the website at palinmusic.com. All right, let me set that one away. I'm going to hand that one off to Jordan, and he can set that aside and bring us the next one. What's next?
Why don't you recommend some music to us?
The music. Okay, so today's Flute Your Fruit. Flute Your Fruit?
Flute your fruit.
Don't flute your fruit. That could be dangerous. But Flute Your Flute. If you don't know where that comes from, I'm going to look this up one of these days because I can't remember. My wife may have to remind me. There was a comedian out there, and I can't remember his name. I think actually his name was Greg or something like that. And he tells a story of how when he was in school and he played the flute. And there was this character, a classmate by the name of Nick, and Nick had no neck, so they called him No Neck Nick. But No Neck Nick would make fun of Greg and tell him, "You flute your flute, Greg. It's Rudy, Trudy, fresh and fluty," all that kind of just weird stuff. So it's a really funny bit. I can't remember the comedian. If you guys know what I'm talking about out there, go ahead and look it up and let me know. But yeah, so flute your flute, Greg. So that's what we got going on. So musically, let's change gears here for a moment. And I want to introduce you to a song that is, it's just fun. I mean, there's really no other way to describe it. The song's title is called Happy Go Lively. And this was written, I believe, in the 60s by a gentleman by the name of Laurie Johnson. His name is Lawrence, nickname Laurie. English composer, and he is still alive, actually. No, he just passed away this year, January of 24. Man, he wrote music for films and TV, over 400 films and TV shows, famous for shows like The Avengers, not the modern Marvel comic Avengers, but the British TV show The Avengers, kind of the spy team there. Really cool shows, by the way. If you've never seen The Avengers, I'd recommend looking it up. But this song is one of those songs. It's very, very 50s, 60s, mid-century happiness. It's called Happy Go Lively. And if you remember those cartoons like The House of Tomorrow and The Car of Tomorrow and all of those great Saturday morning cartoons, the music that was in those is kind of harkens back to that. Or maybe some of the public service announcement films, that teaching you how to drive, or bicycle safety, or something along those lines, or workplace safety, or talking about different types of companies. It's got that just jumpy, upbeat, the pizzicato strings and all that kind of stuff. I got in trouble for playing the music the other day, so I can't play it for you, but let me show it to you. I'm adding it to the playlist right now. And this, the cover on this album does nothing to promote this song, but the song is called Happy Go Lively, and there it is. And I'm adding it right now to the Spotify playlist called Wake Up with Greg that I've created for you guys. It's all public. Everybody can listen to it. And we've got almost 8 hours of music on there now. It's got every song that I have ever suggested on this show. You know what? What the heck? Let's look at it. I can even show it to you here. Let me see if I can show it to you. Yeah, so here's what the Wake Up with Greg playlist looks like. And as you can see, we have almost 100 songs on there now, I think. But every song that I've recommended on this show is on there. So yeah, we're at, does that make it, I don't think it tells me how many songs, but it does give me the runtime. Yeah, we're at 7 hours, 58 minutes of music on that. So check it out, the Wake Up with Greg playlist, and the song Happy Go Lively by Laurie Johnson. It's so much fun, guys. It's just, you can't listen to that song and not just have a big old goofy grin on your face, because that's the way it works, man. Ma Penny says Flute Your Flute is from the comedian Greg Warren. See, I knew his name was Greg. So look up Greg Warren and look up Flute Your Flute or No Neck Nick. I'm sure you can find that bit on YouTube somewhere. And just have a little laugh, because it's Flute Your Flute Friday. All right, so I think I may have just spit all over you guys. I apologize. That was rude. And Jordan's just over here laughing at me, because that's what we do. All right, we got another flute up for grabs today on Flute Your Flute Friday. This is a Azumi Altus flute, another handmade flute. This one is distributed by the Jupiter company, I believe, KHS. And here we are with, oh my gosh, it looks just like the last one. How can you tell them apart, Greg? Well, you just do. You just look at them and you smell it. I'm losing my mind. It's Friday, guys. I need to sleep. All right. So what do we have? We have the Altus Azumi, or Azumi Altus. This is the specific model. Let me get that for you. The AZ3 SRBO. So S for silver. I'm not sure what the R stands for, but we've got the offset G on this flute as well. Sterling silver head joint, silver body and foot. We have the extended B foot with the gizmo key. We have the C sharp trill key. We have the open holes. We have the French pointed key arms. There's the logo and stuff. I forgot to show that on the last flute, but you can kind of see. It's hard to see on the screen there, I'm sure, depending upon the angle and the reflections of the light there. But I'll read it for you. It says Altus on the head joint. It says Azumi, and then of course the model number right there. Serial numbers on the back side of the flute. And yeah, so that is another professional grade flute from Azumi. Really high quality flutes. A lot of professional players using these. This flute is about $29.50 in that price range. So professional grade for certainly the advancing high school or college player. You know, a flute that will take you through college and beyond into that professional world. The thing with flutes is, you know, they don't have quite the differences that you would get like with board dimensions and things like with a saxophone or a clarinet per se. It's mostly in the head joint is where you're going to find the differences in the tapers and in the embouchure hole and, you know, the different things. So they're a lot more subtle. The materials that they use in flutes is pretty standard. It's either going to be the German nickel silver or it's going to be sterling silver or solid gold, which, you know, we don't have any of those because they're super expensive. But we can get them, you know, you want a solid gold flute, we'll get you one. They're, what are they, 18 karat, or I'm pretty sure they're like 18 karat gold, but they're expensive. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about, you know, $10,000 to $12,000 to $15,000 for a flute. But hey, if you want one, we'll make it happen, right? So getting back to this one, this is the Azumi Altus AZ3 SRBO from Azumi. And this is on the website, palinmusic.com, or give me a call, 417-882-7006. And like the other one, this flute comes in a French style case. Really no differences there, but this one's got a really pretty green interior. I'm kind of partial to the green interiors in these cases. They look really elegant. Love that. And then of course it comes with all your you know, accessory needs. You get the cleaning rod, you get the polished cloths and all that good stuff. So, and then the plush interior with the bag that says Azumi. There you go. Okay. So that's the Azumi Altus, available now on our website at palinmusic.com or by giving me a call, 417-882-7006, or check out our Reverb page. JS, Peyton, love that shirt, Greg. Thank you, Peyton. JS, we do have saxophones. In fact, I've shown several saxophones this week. Stay tuned to this show because I always show saxophones a few times a week for sure. I have sopranos, altos, and tenors. I can get berries. Oh, a contrabass sax would be really awesome. I used to sell those back in my days at LA Sax, but they're hard to come by and they're extremely expensive. I think they contrabasses we were selling back, and this was back in the late 90s. I think it was like, I don't know, $15,000, $20,000 for a contrabass sax. They're not cheap, but they're super cool. Yeah, so stay tuned to the show. Come back next week, 8:30 a.m. Central Time, right here on our channel, and we will show you some saxophones, I promise.
You can also watch the past episodes too.
See, that's what I have Jordan here for, to remind me of all the good stuff. Yes, all of our past episodes are available on our channel. So there's 89 of them now. So check out all the past episodes. You can see every saxophone we've ever shown. So yeah, they're a lot of fun. Thank you for that, Jordan. He's a good guy. What would I do without him? Well, you've seen what I do without him. It's not great, right? Okay, so what's next, Jordan?
Something cool.
Something cool. Hey, JS, we are located in Springfield, Missouri. Where are you located? Are you here in the States? Are you out there somewhere else in the world? Let us know. I'd love to know. Berry sacks. I don't have any berries in stock right now, but we do have them. And when we get them, they disappear pretty quick. Mom's asking, do we have any oboes? Nope, don't have any oboes. We can get oboes, but oboes and bassoons are one of those instruments that are really most of a special order type deal. The schools are the ones that typically provide those for the students, so we don't really stock a lot of them, but we can get them for you. We carry all the major brands, Selmer, Buffet, and then of course Fox and Renard, which are some of the most renowned oboes and bassoons out there. So we can get those for you too. I just don't have any to show you, but I would love to. Hey, I've got a question for all of you. I got a strange question from my cousin Gary last night. He asked me if playing the trumpet can cure snoring. I don't know. I don't play the trumpet, but if any of you out there are trumpet players or in the medical field and you know that trumpets can cure snoring or they can't, let me know, because I'd like to tell my cousin Gary. He might want to buy a trumpet so he can stop snoring and save his marriage. So I don't know. Gary, if you're watching, I love you, brother. Just tell your wife to wear some earplugs like mine does. Makes it a lot easier. At least for me. I don't know about for her. Anyway, are King saxes good? Here's the thing about King. King hasn't really made saxophones for decades now, but they were one of the top brands of saxophones in the early to mid part of the 20th century. Famous for their King Super 20. I used to own a King Zephyr Special, which was the precursor to the Super 20, which is a beautiful professional horn, covered in mother of pearl all over the key touches, beautiful engraving, sterling silver neck, and that transitioned into the King Super 20, which is one of the most heralded saxophones in the vintage saxophone world today. So I wish, and I've been asking King to bring back saxophones, American-made saxophones, because we need some. I mean, there's really no American-made saxophones anymore. And we used to dominate the world in the saxophone world with the Kahns and the Kings and the Bushers and the Martins. And I mean, the glory days. I play an American saxophone. I play a Kahn 10M tenor. Used to play the King, like I said, but since I didn't play alto much anymore, I ended up selling it. But yeah, Kings are great. Our King Super 20 is worth buying. If they're in good shape, 100% they're worth buying. Okay, so something cool, right? Is that what we're on now? Mm-hmm. All right, so I talked about the composer Laurie Johnson for the song Happy Go Lively. And so I'm going to share a couple films with you now that kind of my trend with films has been in regards to the music in the films. And these are films from the 60s, 1965 and 1967, comedies. And the composer that did the music for these films is Jerry Goldsmith, one of the most legendary composers. Did a lot of the Star Trek movies and TV show music for those, dozens of other films and TV shows and all kinds of things. So legendary. But let me show you what I'm talking about. We've got the Ultimate Flint collection here. So yes, this is In Like Flint and Our Man Flint. Two fantastically fun movies from the 60s, classic 60s comedies. These are they're kind of parodies of the James Bond films. And James Bond films were kind of parodies of themselves, to be honest. The early ones, certainly a lot of tongue-in-cheek kind of stuff going on. But, you've got the gentleman spy, playboy kind of guy that is hired by the government to go in secretively and save the world from some diabolical madman or whatever. So, and that's what these are, but these kind of make a lot more fun of it. Daryl Flint is the main character, played by James Coburn. And what makes these great is James Coburn plays the role very straight, like takes the role extremely seriously. And there's a scene in one of these movies where he is trying to communicate with dolphins, and like he's got his own dolphin tank. He's got a dolphin, and he's got this machine, and he's like going, trying to talk to the dolphin, and the dolphins respond. It's hilarious because he plays it like deadpan serious. But enough about the movies. The music is so much fun and fantastic. We've got songs like Her Zowie Face and just different goofball songs. Zowie is their zonal organization for world intelligence and espionage, I think is what it is. But, just like James Bond had Chaos, which was his, I don't remember what that meant. But anyway, so these are super fun, guys. Check them out for the music. Check them out for the fun. They're probably streaming on one of the major streaming services out there. But Our Man Flint and In Like Flint, I think you'll love them. I think you'll love. If you've ever seen any of the Austin Powers movies, In Like Flint is Austin Powers' favorite movie, which he references in, I think, the first Austin Powers movie. So that tells you, the Austin Powers movies drew a lot from these films as well as the James Bond films. So super fun. Check them out. The Ultimate Flint Collection, In Like Flint and Our Man Flint, featuring the fantastic music of Jerry Goldsmith. So, or just go watch a bunch of Star Trek stuff and you can get all of Jerry Goldsmith's music there. All right, JS says he loves the stream. Thank you, JS. Just tell me where you're watching from, brother. You haven't let us know where you're located yet. Mom says I took over your intro again. Did I take over your intro?
I think you answered some questions in between, so it just kind of got
absorbed.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jordan.
That's okay.
What's next, Jordan?
I'm going to cry.
Oh.
Because I'm so sad.
Jordan needs a hug. Everybody send Jordan a big air hug.
Oh, yes, I feel it.
Can you feel it? All right. Did you bring over that last flute? Is that what we got?
I think... Oh, I didn't bring it over.
See?
Okay, now you can take over my...
Now I can take over Jordan's
stuff.
work because he has got to swap out the flutes so I can show you the next one. So while we're waiting for Jordan to bring over the next flute, we can talk more about Jerry Goldsmith and the In Like Flint films because they're so much fun. Yeah, so, he made it. We got the next one here. All right, let's dig into this final flute, shall we? Putting my fancy gloves back on one last time.
One more flute to flute.
One more flute for Flute Your Flute Friday. There you go. All right, we're diving into the world of Yamaha now. Peyton can't find good help these days. That's one of my favorite lines of all time. That was my line that I told Nathan almost every day. I talked about Nathan's music on Tuesday. He used to work for us, a great kid. And I just used to harass him a lot because I'm a mean guy. But I'm Grumpy Greg, if you've never noticed. All right, so what do we have here? We have, ooh, look at that. That's something different and new and exciting. We'll talk about that in just a second. This one doesn't have the tag on it. This is the Yamaha YFL 587, and then there's a whole bunch of letters after that, like LP, GP, I don't know. But they all stand for all the bells and whistles that are on this thing. So what do we have? We've got another professional grade flute, sterling silver, hand-cut head joint, sterling silver body and foot joint. This is from the 500 series, professional series Yamaha. They have the 300, 400, 500, 6, 7, 8, and 900 series. The 8 and 900s, those are their super high-end, custom handmade, like the solid gold flutes he was talking about. All right, so what have we here? This one, a little bit different. We have the inline G on that, so all of the keys in a straight line there, the traditional format or layout of the keys. We still have the French pointed key arms, the open holes. We still have, we've got two trill keys on here. We've got the C-sharp trill and, is it the, flute players help me out. I think it's the D-sharp trill, C-sharp and D-sharp. I don't know for sure. I hate that I don't know that, but we can figure it out. Extended B foot, open holes, of course. We've talked about all of those bells and whistles. None of these had the split E mechanism on it. So there's that. What else? We can see, I don't know if you can see the logos there, the Yamaha with they call this the AM head joint, right? If I can read that. Type AM, Silverhead 925, sterling silver. And then we have the gold plated lip plate. And I think the whole inside of I don't know if you can see that, but look at that. The whole inside of the head joint is gold. So adds a bit of warmth and richness to the color of the tone of the flute, but also hypoallergenic, so some people have sensitivities to silver and silver-plated things, so the gold really helps with that. But a lot of flute players say that this definitely improves the sound and feel of the flute as well. So jury's still out. Everybody's got their own opinion on that. But definitely does have some advantages. So this is the Yamaha 587 model with a bunch of letters after it that represent all of the different features. All sterling silver, top grade flute. I think it's in that $3,000 price range because this one, the tag is missing, so I apologize for that. But you can check these out on the website at palinmusic.com or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006. Or check out our Reverb page where you can get all the cool super deals on some used stuff or some clearance stuff as well. So the gold is a nice touch, I agree. Victoria, welcome to the show, Victoria. Just snuck right in there at the end of the show, but we're happy to have you here anyway. JS, you still haven't told me where you're watching from. Where are you in the world, unless you're just being secretive and you don't want to tell me. I had to tell you where I'm at, Springfield, Missouri. All right. So one last time, Yamaha 587 series, professional grade flute, live on the website right now, palinmusic.com, 417-882-7006, or check out our Reverb page. All right, so that is the last flute of the day. This case, once again, French style case. This one is burgundy on the inside. Looks like a glass of wine in there, right? Beautiful. And then we have the case cover for that as well with some nice, contrasting stitching to kind of bring it out a little bit with the Yamaha logo there. Fleece lined. And it has the shoulder straps and all of the extra stuff that you want as well. Your cleaning swabs, or not swabs, but cleaning cloths and tuning rod and all that good stuff. So, JS is in Massachusetts. I did a report on Massachusetts for my 5th grade state report. I've never been to Massachusetts, but it's on the bucket list. We're heading to Maine this summer for the first time, so Massachusetts will have to wait until the next time. All right, so I am from the Philippines, Victoria. Welcome from the Philippines. JS, wait a minute. Are you in Yosemite or are you in Massachusetts?
I think he's saying he's in Yosemite.
You're in Yosemite, California, but you live in Massachusetts. Is that what I'm understanding? I love Yosemite. Used to live in California, my wife as well, but she's never been to Yosemite, so I've got to get her over there to see the Angel Falls and all the just gorgeousness that is there. So, yeah, love Yosemite, love Massachusetts. Well, I assume I love Massachusetts. What I learned about it in 5th grade was really cool. I'm choking over here. I need some more coffee. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to cough in your face. All right. So we got the 3 Flute Your Flute Friday flutes out of the way. What's left, Jordan?
Flute Your Wisdom.
Flute Your Wisdom.
Doesn't really work as well, but yeah.
I like it. We'll make it work, right? All right, so today's wisdom comes from another great film composer. I call him America's composer because he is certainly the most world-renowned, but certainly the most representative of everything cool about American music. John Williams, the legendary John Williams. Famous for Star Wars and Superman and Harry Potter and a million other films, Saving Private Ryan and Olympics. He does music for the Olympics, and he's a multiple Academy Award winner. And every Steven Spielberg film that's ever been, I think, has had John Williams do the music, and most of the George Lucas films as well. So, Indiana Jones, all of that. The guy's amazing. So here is what John Williams says about music. He says, I don't make a particular distinction between high art and low art. Music is there for everybody. It is a river we can all put our cups into and drink it and be sustained by it. Music is for everyone, guys. There's no highbrow, lowbrow, high art, low art when it comes to music. Yes, is there music, some music that is better than others? Yes, but it's all a matter of opinion. And, you know, I don't judge. You just need to, I probably do. I don't want to lie. But hey, you know, music is for everyone, so get out there and enjoy it. Let's one more time, John Williams. I don't make a particular distinction between high art and low art. Music is there for everybody. It's a river we can all put our cups into and drink it and be sustained by it. So there it is. John Williams, thank you for your wisdom. So that's about it, guys. That kind of wraps up the show. JS mentions Gordon Goodwin, who I absolutely love, is a good jazz composer. Yes, Gordon Goodwin's Big Fat Band. I have several songs of his that I listen to, several albums. In fact, did I put a song? I think I did put a Gordon Goodwin song on the playlist. Hunting Wabbits. Did I put that one on there? You'll have to check the playlist and see. It does sound familiar. I think I've got that one on there. So, yeah. All right. So that's the show, guys. We're wrapping this up. We got to get to work and let you guys start your day. Thank you all for being here. Victoria in the Philippines, and JS in Yosemite and Massachusetts, and all of the rest of my friends and family that are on here today. Love you all. So glad to have you. You guys have an amazing weekend. And, you know, yeah, so do that. We'll be back here Monday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central, right here on our Palin Music YouTube channel to share some more cool instruments with you. So remember this, helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.